Hello and welcome to our channel. In this series of videos that we are making, we made a video on the SOAR analysis and then we made a video on the SWOT analysis. Of course, a video is pending on the pestle analysis. We'll do it later on. Today, I shall be talking about how to make the best out of these two, SOAR and SWOT analysis, and make them more actionable. So let's talk about the TOWS framework, the TOWS analysis. Now have a look at the SOAR component. SOAR was strengths, opportunities, aspirations, and results. So what we did is we looked at the mission, vision of the organization, its aspirations, like where do the people want to drive it forward, how does the team feel about the things that it wants to do, and what are the areas in which the team wants to excel. So that was like an internal desire from the team to take it forward, and we made it like more attuned to the external environment of opportunities. And accordingly, we said that, okay, your aspirations and strengths are good, but let's make it more tangible and fix some results, some indicators over there so that we know that we are moving ahead. The SOAR analysis gave a strategy or suggested a strategy that would be having easy buy-in from the people within an organization. And maybe if you're getting some stakeholder consultations here to identify the opportunities, the stakeholders will also have some buy-in and some commitment and accountability towards achieving the results. But the SOAR analysis was very weak when it came to identifying the external factors that may determine an organization's poor performance. For that, what one would usually do is, how do we know where exactly the organization wants to go? So here we do a SOAR analysis by looking at the mission, vision, by talking to the different people within the organization, doing an external assessment, maybe an assessment of the external environment could be informed by a pestle analysis, where you talk about the political, environmental, social, technological, legal, and environmental issues, which help in identifying the external components better. And then using mixed methods or other approaches, we may manage to plot down the key strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats or challenges, whatever we call, that an organization may face. Now, this brings us to the SWOT analysis, where these are the internal components where the organization has some control, and these are the external components where the organization does not have much control but may respond to it. And here we have the negative part, and here we have the positive part. This is a very strong summary of whatever we analyze of an organization, but it is a cross-sectional thing. How do we make it actionable? So people may ask you, okay, good, we now know the strengths and weaknesses of the organization, we know the opportunities and challenges an organization faces, but please make it actionable. What next? How do we develop a strategy out of it? Now let's look at the TOWS framework. The TOWS framework makes the SWOT more actionable. What it does is it puts the threats here, opportunities, strengths, and weaknesses. So it's a cross, it's a 2x2 between the SWOT. This becomes very exciting. For example, say we have noted down two strengths, strength 1 and strength 2, and we have noted down two opportunities, opportunity 1, opportunity 2. Now, here we have so many permutation combinations that could happen, right? This component here becomes like a SO, strengths and opportunities. Here we get a WO, ST, and this one is the quadrant for your WT. Now, this is a no-brainer to say that this is the weakest quadrant that an organization may strategize for. Here, the organization will not make much profits, much headway, and rather, it's a combination of the weakness and threat component. Here, the organization may want to be prepared, better prepared, and avoid venturing into these areas. Don't strategize much to benefit out of this area, rather strategize to salvage or mitigate any potential threats that may come up here that would multiply with the weakness an organization would have. But suppose we're looking at this one. This is where the organization can compound. That means there is an opportunity and the strengths are matching, and there could be exponential growth. You just need to fix up which strength matches which opportunity. Like if you know that these are the combinations we have, maybe with a group activity, we'll be able to identify what would be an appropriate strategy. Here, while here we have this mentality of making the most of whatever we have, here our approach is to use our strengths to counter any potential threat that the organization may face. So here we want to prevent any damage happening to the organization. Strategies would again multiply, like your S1, S2 would multiply with T1, T2, see which one works best. But maybe we can choose a strategy that helps out maximally. In this quadrant, we can use the opportunities to tide over or circumvent the weaknesses our organization has. Can that particular opportunity help? So for example, it's a research organization, it's into public health research, but it does not have a statistician in-house. And a new software is available, and that too free of cost, which makes statistical computation very easy. So a new technological introduction is an opportunity, and that could help in circumventing the weakness that the organization has. We can brainstorm and see which weaknesses could be countered by which opportunities, right? And then strategize. In this particular quadrant that we have the weakness and threat coming together, can we also think of some strengths that could come to the rescue here? It will require some kind of brainstorming. Now, this TOWS analysis is excellent if we have a very vibrant team thinking through the strategies. So it makes the SWOT and of course the learnings from the SOAR and the mixed methods, whatever we have done, more actionable. So it gives a strategy listing. More and more strategies could be enlisted, enumerated, but it's like having too many strategies will lead to confusion. So it's better to have just the most important strengths and opportunities enlisted so that you could cross and still distill down to one or two strategies here, one or two strategies here, maybe no strategies here, or at least have a protective, preventive strategy here. Here again, this deliberation or the quality of the deliberation would depend on the quality of the people who are deliberating upon it. So if we have people from different experience, different caliber, and they engage in very constructive deliberation built by consensus, then the TOWS analysis will become a very powerful tool going ahead. But the TOWS can at times get very cumbersome if you have too many strengths crossing with weaknesses, opportunities, threats, so too many things crossing each other, then it could become very cumbersome. So the TOWS framework makes the SWOT analysis more actionable. If we just stop short at the SWOT analysis, then it is a relatively weak assessment as compared to the TOWS analysis. TOWS analysis is yet more powerful and takes the SWOT layer up. I just hope that this was useful and thought-provoking. It's a concept that is not much often used in public health, but is very well set in the marketing books. Thank you for being with us with this video.